15 minutes. Well, I don't know, my clock's off. About 20 minutes, but it said it was going to take like 35 to get there.
Okay. I told him we're going to be a little bit late, and he said that's okay. He's coming from Donaldson. He might be a little late too.
Anyway. All right, everyone. Today we are going to talk about our experience with the MSF course, motorcycle safety, whatever. Before taking this class, we both had never really ridden a motorcycle before. We both rode her cousin Ben's motorcycle just up the street, but that was about the extent of it. So we were definitely noobs.
Is it our go?
I don't know.
I'm going. Oh, no, he's going. It's really us, but whatever.
It was iffy. So yeah, we had really no experience going in, so that was cool. I thought it would have been awesome if we could have recorded our experience, but of course we didn't have helmets or gear, anything like that, so that was pretty much ruled out. Our class was pretty cool. I enjoyed hanging out with everybody. It was like, I don't know, it was just a lot of fun, and we've actually become really good friends with one of the guys, Darius, from the group.
Yeah, even our coaches were like, this is the best group ever. We all exchanged phone numbers. We tried keeping in touch. It's just everyone's really busy. There's
a couple people that got bikes we haven't gotten a chance to ride with, but a lot of people did not get bikes. It was fun up until we had to take the test. Like the entire day, some of the stuff I was struggling with anyway. The double U-turn. So like you come in, you do a U-turn to the left, and then you cross over and you do the U-turn to the right.
Figure 8.
Yeah. For some reason, whenever I went to do the U-turn to the right, I just could not do it, and I'd just shoot out of the box every time. It was so hard for me. I don't know. I think it was because the throttle's on the right, so I don't know. It was different.
I think the only issue I really had problems with was a stop and turn. Like
a 90-degree turn from a stop?
I couldn't get it. It was mostly because my bike was so small. They put me on the smallest bike, was a 125, and the parking lot we were in was slanted. So I didn't want to give it too much gas, but they were like, give it more gas, get more gas. And then when I did, it was just too much. And then when I didn't, it was just too little. And I just couldn't find like a good happy medium. And all the other bikes were like 250. I mean, I was, well, other than Darius, but I was the smallest person there.
Another one that I had an issue with I wish, was the weave, where they have the line of cones and you have to weave in between the cones. So you're just in here like this. I could not get that down. I was going over cones like crazy. I think it was just because we were going so slow. I think if I sped up a little bit, it would have been a piece of cake.
Oh yeah, I had to put it in second gear.
But we were sitting there like, it was so hard. And then I remember seeing Darius do it, and he was on like wasn't he on like the dirt bike looking kind of bike?
No, I don't know.
Well, anyway, I remember looking back one time and just seeing him do it, and he's just like, whoop, 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 piece of cake.
Yeah, he's been riding dirt bikes all his life, though.
Oh, yeah, and then Mariah, she fell down when she was actually riding, because it started raining a little bit. It wasn't horrible, but she went down, and it caused some confusion. Well, this one part that we were doing, we're going down, and then we were supposed to cross over in the middle. Well, I forgot to cross over, so I'm going after she wrecked and everybody's like standing still. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to cross over. So I thought I would just go ahead and go over to the other side like I was supposed to. Big mistake.
God, the whistle went off and they're like, what are you doing? No, no, no.
Yeah, it was bad. He told me to stop, so I stayed put, and he was like, what are you doing? Yelling at me from across the way. I was like, I don't know, I forgot to cross over. And he walked slowly over to me and made the class wait until I was taken care of. And I was just like, oh, come on, just let me go over there, don't do this.
It was my turn to do the little obstacle we were doing, and what happened was when I got up there, because it was right after Josh made a mistake, the coach was like, I didn't mean to yell at him, but I had to. I had to let him know that he did wrong. I was like, it's okay, he needs to get yelling at.
Yeah, I knew I did wrong. Go. I like going over this hump. Whoa.
I can't remember her name, but one of the older ladies fell during a right turn.
Yeah, so there was another fall.
She was going way slow in that turn, that she just, when in the turn, she leaned too far, going slow, and just fell.
The 90-degree turn from a stop, that was a little tricky. I remember the first time we were doing it, I was like, this is stupid. I hate this. Every time I went to do it, I would blow out of the box. It's like doing that U-turn to the right. I can't do it. Like the throttle over here, I can't turn to the right for some reason. I haven't tried it now, but how the class works, the first day, pretty much all day, you do the written stuff. And then we had like 2 hours where they actually took us to...
I'm going through.
Okay.
I tried, didn't work.
Yeah, you locked up that rear wheel.
I did. I tried to be good, but I didn't want to die.
Yeah, you were starting to get a little sideways.
I know, that's what I was like, nope, just go.
You need to focus on doing the front brake more than the rear. I know it's instinct just to mash the brake like you're in a car.
I know, that's what I was like, alright.
Oh, I gotta do my speed run. I'm in the right lane. Not all of it. There's a lot of cars right here. So yeah, it's mainly written stuff, and then they give you like 2 hours of getting to know the bike, you know, the clutch work and just kind of walking the bike or whatever. That's pretty much all you do for the first day. And then the second day, it was all riding. So after that day was over, I was so sore just from sitting on a bike all day. It is ridiculous. We went through all the exercises, and then it came time for the test. Everything was fine up until the test, and everybody's getting really nervous about taking it. And then KN just raised her hand. She's like, I'll go first.
And I was like, oh, Josh, she got bigger balls than you.
But yeah, so she went first. She went through the first exercise. What was the first one? Was that weaving through the cones?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went through the weaving through the cones. It was a piece of cake.
So the second one was a right 90-degree turn. From there, we had to do a left U-turn. It was me, of course. I had to go first. So I turned, did great, and I put it in a second because that was the only way I could do the U-turns. And I went into the U-turn. I did good, and then when I was almost done with the U-turn, I was like looking at this one cone. If I finished where I was, I would have gone over the cone. But of course I had to be a freaking perfectionist, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna go over the cone. And what happened, I went too slow, focusing on that one cone, and I dropped the bike.
So really, if she would have went over the cone, she would have gotten like -1, and then she would have passed. Piece of cake. Look at this guy.
So much bike noise.
I know. He's loud. That's cool, man. I like his skulls.
Dropping the bike is automatic. You're gone. Like, you are not part of the class anymore. You failed. And I was so devastated. Like, when I was on the floor, I was just kind of sitting there, laying there, just like, I don't want to get up. I'm pissed. And then the coaches finally came by, asked if I needed help. I'm like, I can get up myself. And they're like, you know what? You actually were one of, like, me and Darius were the top 2 in the class, which was weird because I'd never been on a bike other than my cousins, like, once or twice. He was like, yeah, you and Darius are one of the top in the class that we'll give you another go. Well, then my other coach was like, nope. I was like, what? And he goes, you broke the brake lever. I was like, oh, I did. So the bike was so old that when I dropped it, or been used so much, I guess, and dropped multiple times from other people, that when I dropped it, they just snapped off.
Which she got to keep. We still have that.
I have it somewhere in my room. This is a very bumpy road. I asked if I could use a different bike, and there was a different bike, but the other bike was not like my bike.
It was just more CCs, because you were on a 125 and it was a 250.
And they didn't want me to mess up or get hurt because I wasn't practicing on that one at all, which is understandable.
See those jets? After she dropped the bike, everybody in the class just started getting so nervous. They were like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. And it was really nerve-wracking. Like, we realized it was a big deal because they were saying that she couldn't do it, and that was it. everybody was starting to get pissed off because they didn't know why they weren't going to let her try to do a different bike or do it after the class left and all that. Everybody's kind of getting pissed off, like, they better let her do it. But everybody's just getting so nervous, and I almost messed up doing the quick stop thing. Oh, look, there's a game going on. This is game day only. I didn't even notice that bike. There's a quick stop thing. You have to accelerate really fast and then hammer on the brakes. Well, I was trying to plan it out, and I had my throttle going. Well, I went really fast, but I couldn't let go of the throttle for some reason. Yeah, this is crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I went and I was going, and I hammered on the brake and everything, but I did not let go of the throttle. I just, like, I was sitting there, the clutch was in, and I was just revving up the bike like super loud. I just, oh man, I don't know, but they let me redo it, and then I did okay from then. After that, we headed to Old Chicago and had some beers.
I was in much need of them.
Yeah, so that's how we ended that experience. I think that's gonna do it for this little video. We're going to meet up with one of Kayan's friends that's in town, so we're gonna go eat some pizza. Slid a little bit. Catch you guys in the next video.